Hello friends and adventurers, and welcome to another surprise Salliekat streams Avernum! Yeah, this got started quite a bit later than I wanted it to because of circumstances. Oh well! So I'm back to Ife's Alchemy, where I can sell off the Aranea fangs that I've been picking up. You hand over the Aranea fangs and collect a small pouch of coins in return. Thank you. Some spiders are friendly, but those Aranea are vicious and unrelenting man-eaters. You've made these tunnels a little bit more safe. Yay. And, okay, got 120 coins. I have enough for a boat. Excellent, you can have one of the boats at the dock outside. Be sure to explore the river. I'm sure there's lots of interesting things. Okay, the docks are here. Not my boat, not my boat. That one is my boat. And if we go upriver, we find rocks, and that is all. And I can enter Fort Draco from there. I decided that buying the boat from Fort Draco was a good way to both get back to the territory I want to be in and also just clear out some open map. Someone or something has collected a pile of stuff here. There are a number of broken weapons scattered about, and some tarnished coins are scattered among them. Treasure sitting around in the wilderness. Very odd. It occurs to you to wonder what happened to the owners. Well, we are well armed and armored. You gather up the coins and a dagger which is still intact. As you put your loot away, you cannot help but notice a bunch of hungry-looking lizards approaching. Oops, sorry. 2 bunches. Oh, giant lizards. Oh no, how horrible. I think I might be reasonably high level for this area. I really want Githa to be getting more kills. And more XP. Of course, that doesn't mean I can't soften things up with my mage. Hey there, Leafy Nebula. Good to see you. Ooh, the dagger is blessed. Not bad. I think I won't keep it, but it will sell for a bit. Although, 2 to 12 plus 4... 2 to 12 plus 4. Okay, so the Assassin's Dagger is just as good. In fact, the Assassin's Dagger might be a little better? Constantly drips poison, which afflicts anything it hits. Yeah, the Assassin's Dagger is better. Look, we can access the back door to the Neffel Fort. And whatever this is. This seems to be not much of anything. Yep, just a little dead-end cavern. And this one is not just a dead end. You're at the entrance to a hot, steam-filled cave. To the south, spires of basalt and pumice emerge from pools of magma. You might be able to navigate through the magma, but it would be an extremely punishing experience. And I do see a tower over there. Ow? Flames shoot out of the floor. That's one way to describe what just happened. There is, however, a convenient secret passage. The narrow passage ends at a ledge over a huge expanse of lava and steaming basalt. A narrow land bridge to the south arcs over the lava. It's hard to see through all the steam and soot, but it looks like something huge rises up out of the mist at the other end of the bridge. It might be some sort of tower. Someone must have really wanted to get away from the world to come out here. Tower of Solberg. Beware the traps. No trespassing. Violators will be poached and or boiled. Easy to do when you've got so much lava on hand. Although since we're underground, does this count as lava or magma? Okay, I guess there's another way to get into that corner. Never mind. You're at the base of a small basalt tower, precariously perched at the top of this narrow rock outcropping. The deadly lava bubbles and hisses below. The caldera below threatens to eventually consume the stone below your feet and the tower as well. At the base of the tower is a small iron gate. Well, I'm sure Solberg has enough magic to preserve his foundation. As you approach the gate, you hear a voice say, "Password?" You respond, "Disaster." After a moment, you hear a clicking noise from the gate. Then it slowly swings open. And of course, if we had not found the password from the hidden spire earlier, we would not be able to get in here. And in addition to requiring a password, the door is locked. With a mundane lock, not even magical. You meet an aging, bald man wearing brilliant crimson robes. He holds an oaken staff carved in the shape of a cobra. He is flushed and sweaty, probably because of the intense heat of the lava outside. Why are you hiding in this tower? His face sours as he looks at you. I would like to welcome you, visitors, but your arrival fills me with fear. Let us just say I am here waiting. May I ask why or what for? For my fellow members of the Triad to complete their business. The Triad rules the Tower of Magi. There is myself, Linda, the initiator of this foolish operation, and X, who is too lost in bizarre schemes to do anything about it. Oh, the Triad is a sad thing these days. It almost makes me long for Erica's return. Almost, but not quite. He smiles sadly. Erica Redmark, wizard without par? I think you mean wizard without peer. Banished into Avernum by the fools above, consumed with utter hatred. Without her, we would all be barbarians, rooting about in the filth. It was she that created the strain of mushrooms that grow quickly and are so nourishing, and other special plants as well. It was she who used her powers to steal things from the land above, like tools and books. She built the Tower of Magi. She led us. Then her hatred drove her away. Hatred for those who cast her down. The mages above, together, were strong enough to curse her. She will suffer instant, painful death should the light of the sun ever touch her. When she realized she couldn't break the curse, she began to plot ways to bring doom to the surface world. She began to perform strange experiments and consort with dark forces. Soon, all she was good for was planning her revenge. So we asked her to leave. She now lives far, far to the west in a huge tower. And to tell the truth, I'd rather not know what she's up to. Should we try to seek her out? She sounds interesting. He thinks for a while. Then he says sadly, Perhaps you should. I sense a great destiny in you, and I feel that she is the only person who can help you achieve it. So find Erica. She can give you a path. But that path may have great horrors at the end of it. Beware. And I can also ask about the plants. We were wondering where all those plants out there came from. Erica discovered that the heat of Avernum's many volcanic vents could replace the light of the sun as a source of life energy for plants. Then she modified plants smuggled from the surface to enable them to live down here. After that, it was simply a matter of tinkering with them to make them useful. Easy for her, nearly impossible for everyone else. Erica created the trees that grow in stone, so we could have a meager supply of wood. She summoned down several plants from above, and changed them so they grow down here. The one thing she didn't make was the glowing fungus on the cave ceilings. It's amazing, magical stuff, and was already here when the Empire found these caves. Who put the fungus here to begin with? I have no idea. We suspect that some sort of intelligent race lived down here long before humans arrived, but we know nothing of them. Nothing but that they seem to like crystals. Really, crystals, huh? Yes, many Avernites have found finely carved crystals. Some of them were even enchanted. All of them are very old. Who made them? An excellent question, and I eagerly await the day when we find out. They must have been very intelligent, and I hope that our first contact will be a friendly one. One might even say that they dedicated their souls to these crystals. Anyway, actual business with Solberg. A messy, dangerous business. They plan to summon a Hakai, and not any Hakai, but a Hakai Lord. Be careful where you say that word. It has dangerous power. They are the lieutenants of demonkind, powerful and cruel. And my colleagues plan to summon one who is powerful enough to lead them, a chieftain, as it were. And now this foul deed is done. Heavens help us all. A chieftain? I dare not say his name, but they must be mad to have brought him down upon Avernum. They have great dreams of what they can win from him, but not even they have the power to contain him for long. Nor, I suspect, can they force him back to his home. No, he must be defeated, destroyed. Who can defeat such a beast? Bold adventurers such as yourselves could destroy him. It's a dangerous, gruesome mission, but one that must be done, and soon. He looks at you hopefully. Should you ever wish to undertake it, return, and ask me for the crystal key. The crystal key will enable you to reach where the demon is kept. Of course, we don't have to leave and return. We can just ask for the crystal key right now. It's hidden through my magical portal, but please, don't take it until you are sure you have the power to fight the demon, for I have no duplicate. It would be best to wait to take it until you have found Demon Slayer. Sorry to seem dense, but where's that portal? It's in a secret room hidden off my bedroom. Tell us about this Demon Slayer. A mighty sword, brought down by Karzoth, leader of the first, doomed, expedition down here. When he was slain by a Hakai, the sword was broken into 3 pieces. Long have we tried to find the pieces, but all we have are clues. He thinks. That reminds me, the scepter was also brought down by the first expedition. What scepter? An onyx scepter, which supposedly gave great power to the mage that wielded it. We recovered it, but couldn't figure out how to use it. They used it as bait to lure the Hakai to the tower. Well, what clues do you have for the pieces of Demon Slayer? When the sword was broken, the creatures that slew the humans took the pieces as trophies. The Salliekat took a piece to their holy shrine, in a swamp far to the south. Another piece was taken by a lich, to an ancient den of undead far to the west. Oh, boy, do I hate that place. Of the third piece, we know nothing, but some believe that Nepharim took it. That's all I can ask you about. Thank you for talking to me. There's a boiling pot of stew here. You help yourself to a few bowls, and notice that the pot is refilling itself magically. Explains how Salberg can survive out here. And I do see a corner with no obvious doors. You find a portal, a magical door made of pure energy. Wizards often create them to speed up transportation from one place to another. They're safe. Usually. Here we go. So, there is a box, which contains bits of bone, dried bat wings, Salberg's will. Fortunately, there's also a key. It's carved from a single piece of beautiful, flawless crystal. Yoink! And a scrying pool. In the middle of the basalt floor, you find a small pool of water. As you look into it, you see an image. A gigantic demon paces back and forth furiously in a small, black-walled room. It picks up a black scepter, looks at it in disgust, and throws it at a wall. It turns and looks at a woman standing nearby. It laughs at her. She tells it to do something. It laughs and lunges at her, but an invisible barrier blocks it. You watch their stalemate for a while, and the image disappears. Ah, there you are. I thought I saw a cat. Talking to Cheeseball. You see a large, lazy calico cat. It looks at you with utter disdain. Hey there, Zach. Yes, of course I can talk, human. Don't you recognize a familiar when you see one? What's a familiar? I am the loyal servant of Salberg. I assist him and watch over him, and accompany him, even when he takes me down to the lowest pit of hell. You've been in the lowest pit of hell? He coughs and shakes soot out of his fur. What do you think this place is? Can't ever leave. No mice, no dignity. If I wasn't magically obligated to stay with Baldy, I would be off. Now the tower. That was a place for a cat. You mean the Tower of Magi? He purrs. You bet. That was the place for a cat. Prestige, excitement, mice, mutant catnip. Other cats. Some of them a different sex than me. So what if there were demons? I could handle them. I want to go home. I deserve it. Cheeseball fidgets about in a thoroughly unintimidating display of fury. And yes, I too wish that I had $5,000 to spare to throw at the Avernum Kickstarter. If Garnet could talk, there would be even more demands for pets and treats. Okay, for some reason I thought I could talk to Cheeseball about something else. Guess not. Hello? There's a thick book on the pedestal, which teaches Magret how to cast Battle Rage Level 3. Nice. And that was just to get the portal room actually on my map. Cheeseball out of the way. Also, a male calico cat is a very rare thing. I wonder if that makes them extra magical for familiar purposes. Yeah, I heard that Nethergate Resurrection got a resolution update on Steam, and I don't have it on Steam. I have the GOG.com one. Unless that one got updated too. I'll look into it eventually. fountain burbles out of a crack in the ground here. The water is sparkling and looks highly inviting. The water is cool and pleasant going down. You all drink your fill. Minutes later, the water sours in your stomachs. You all feel horribly ill. Oh no! We have succumbed to one of Jeff's traps. Fortunately, mass curing. So one of my characters does have Pathfinder, which makes it less likely for swamps to poison us. But I'm going to cast Safe Travel and be a little bit more sure of it. Okay, blocked off by water on both sides. Which means I must be able to walk through one of the walls nearby. Haha. Another fountain burbles out of another crack in the ground. The water from this pool makes you feel wonderfully refreshed and energized. Free healing! Not the most useful spot for a free heal, but it'll do. Pop into Fort Dove Node just to sell that dagger I found. For 63 gold. Yee. Can I equip 2 rings? No, I can only equip 1 ring per character. Phooey. Now then... random goblins. I don't need to fight those. What I do want to do is buy another boat today. And Kotra is the cheapest place to do that.
Arr, now you're free to sail the high seas, or at least the underground lake. Onto the water you go. Arr.
He hands you the deed to one of the boats on the docks to the south. You can now board it. And it's always the third one that I try. And now we can explore exciting things like random islands. You find a large pile of rubble here. Not all of it is boring, worthless rock. At the base of the heap is a large, flawless quartz crystal. Hooray! We have one long, beautiful shard of quartz crystal. And also that crystal key. Cut from a single piece of flawless quartz. You can see tiny flecks of gold inside it. Fancy. Now we just have to try and not die horribly in some pit and lose the key forever. I sort of like this little detail of having regular water and then deeper water out in the center of the lake. Is there anything in here? I don't think so. Nah, it's too small to hide much of anything.
Haha, must investigate all the islands.
In this tiny hidden cavern, you find a body in rusted armor. It's been dead for a long time. It might be a human. Lying near its hand is a large crystal, broken at one end. Hello, Substandard Eagle. This is Avernum. The creator of this game has done a whole lot of Avernum games. This is the first in the series. There's 6 in total, and the creator, Jeff Vogel, is doing a Kickstarter for a remake of Avernum 4. And at the beginning of the comments, I've posted a link to that Kickstarter because it's really close to a stretch goal, but I do not have multiple thousands of dollars to throw at it. We only need about 50 people to give $100 each. It's doable. Here is the island fort full of unfriendly sliths. Yaha, Githa can wield a slith spear better than you. Well, thank you for investigating something that is not Doom. You are in a series of tunnels carved out of a huge rock promontory. The outcropping is mostly hollow and filled with a small lake, which the sliths have built narrow stone docks on. The caves are extremely chilly, moist, slimy, and uncomfortable. They're not quiet, though. They're filled with the echoing hisses of dozens of deadly slith warriors. Also, if sliths are cold-blooded lizard folk, wouldn't they prefer their caves to be warm rather than chilly and damp? I'm probably putting more thought in this than 20-something-year-old Jeff did when he first wrote this game. Yeah, Doom and Avernum and Exile before Avernum was a big part of my childhood. Ooh, Battle Rage level 3 gives me haste as well. Well, Geetha just became a powerhouse. I said Geetha just became a powerhouse. Come on. That's better. Yeah, I've never actually played any Fallout games, but from what little I know, Fallout 1 and 2 probably are not too dissimilar from Avernum. And to answer your question, Cuba, I am in my late 30s. Was born in the late 80s. And there is looting to be had here. Bolt of Cloth is only 10 coins. I thought it was worth more. Maybe it is in some of the other games. I feel like there might be somebody who will buy sacks of meal from me. In fact, maybe it's Jen and Formalo. They're really heavy, though. Okay, so I've got some loot. We don't have a nice slith spear like I got in the Exile version of this game. Well, please don't call me Jeff, but Sally or Salliekat is good. Battle Rage giving haste is making Esme feel a little bit useless here. Of course, that's mostly because I'm focusing on getting Githa more experience and not just killing everything as fast as possible. Don't worry, Esme. You're good for carrying, lighter loot. Wait, where is everyone? Hello? Someone has placed a small, crude stone box here. Inside of it, you find a large piece of broken quartz crystal. Those seem to be common in these parts. Oh no, they've got a magic user. They've got a couple of rather powerful magic users. Oh dear. Should I slow or should I just start putting out a lot of damage? Yeah, I am quite fond of more retro or pixel graphics, simpler graphic styles. As much as I can appreciate more elaborate or realistic graphics, there's a lot of charm and room for imagination in stuff like this. Also, when you don't have a whole lot of animations or views of things from different angles, it's a lot easier to mod the graphics myself. Okay, took out the Slith Mage. That makes things much easier. Suddenly I'm running low on targets. If I really cared about min-maxing, I could make multiple trips in and out of the dungeons to pick up all the loot and back to town to sell it. Wand of Lightning. Let's give that to McGrath, actually. If I was playing this game more regularly as opposed to random streams, I would be paying a little more attention to who's got how many healing potions. Balancing my party? What's that? I found the Slith Chief. Okay, he's going to be tough and beefy. I should perhaps be strategizing a little better here. Now the skeletons are going to be immune to cold, so I'm going to start spraying lightning everywhere again. Oh yeah, smite counts as magic, not cold in this one. I always forget that. Finally. You have, despite stiff resistance, managed to slay the leader of this Slith outpost. It will take these cruel lizard men some time to be able to restock this fortress again. You've done a great service for the Avernum soldiers in this area. You stop that. I want to not die. Okay, that last Slith must have come around from the other side. So much loot. Okay, everyone has a cloak. Does everyone have a bronze helmet? Esme might not be able to wear the bronze helmet because of being a mage and needing to keep her encumbrance low. She can, however, carry it long enough to sell it. Jeweled ring. Does nothing, it's just worth a lot of money. Ooh, blessed cloak. I want to rearrange a little inventory. Jay's got a nice big shield, so I don't think he needs the blessed cloak as much. Oh, hi, Garnet. My cat has just joined me in front of the computer. Is there something in here? No, the map is just kind of weird in this little corner. Okay. Haha. You've just found a trap. Do you attempt to disarm or back away? Geetha and her ludicrously high trap skills wins again. This small iron strongbox contains a thick sheaf of thin leather sheets, covered with writing. Some are maps, some are lists of something or other, and some just have writing. It's all Slith writing though, so you can't understand it. But I'ma take it anyway. And this one has some money, steel bolts, and a nice fur. what's in here? Yeah, let's go into combat mode for the poison fungi. And nothing in here but trash. Oh no, more monsters. I'll bless in a bit. First I need to do some heals. Sanctuary? Aw. Well, the Sanctuary should wear off if they attack me, which they probably will. Because enemy AI is kinda predictable that way. There we go. Ah, I can't attack that one because he still has Sanctuary. Sanctuary is a spell that I've never really used myself. It makes the target basically invulnerable or unable to be attacked as long as they don't attack anything else. Whereas personally, I really like... What just happened there? Anyway, I really like attacking my enemies with swords, spears, and big spells. Bleh. Silly, all characters must be within 5 spaces of the lead character mechanic. Ooh, magical bracelet. Also, I could pick up some fish if I'm feeling hungry. And the body has nothing. Oh, how dare. That's a weakness of being in a boat. I am a sitting duck for ranged attacks. Also, I'm pretty sure Githa did just get a level up. Yes, 9 skill points. And those Slith Warriors are worth about 6 XP each. And we're done here. So, substandard, unless you would prefer I call you Eagle. Deep lore of this game. We are a group of humans who have been cast into exile by the cruel empire who rules all of the known surface world. Avernum is a very large series of underground caverns that is basically being used as a dumping ground for undesirables. It's like a fantasy underground Australia. It's also full of magical beings and various non-human races like dragons, lizard men, cat people. Let's see, where can I get stuff sold and identified? I think there's anything hidden in here, but one must always check. Is that like one Nephil? Okay, it's only one Nephilim on the overworld screen, but it's actually 4. Well, Nepharium, what have you. Ooh, steel small shield. That's worth a lot of money. Interesting. You meet a loud, boisterous band of Avernum soldiers. Their armor looks like it's seen a lot of combat lately, but their bodies are very free of wounds. They're a pretty wild and competent bunch of fighters. When they see you, they greet you with great cheer. After offering some of their harsh mushroom wine, they ask if you'd like to buy some of the loot they've taken from dead sliths. These soldiers are highly skilled and experienced slith fighters, and they have the loot to show it. They'll gladly sell some of it to you, for a price. Oh wow, a place to buy toadstools. That's actually kind of impressive. I could upgrade Githa's slith spear to a fine slith spear if I felt like spending 600 gold, which I don't. Fort Dranlon to the north, Kotra to the southeast. And a wild band of sliths hanging out about here. I do have ranged attacks on my fighters, I just don't really use them a lot. I would really like to have a mass blessing and or shielding, or hasting for that matter. But I've not found those spells yet, if indeed they exist. Oh, I do have the Sanctuary spell. Again, I've never used it, because I like attacking things. Although I suppose it could be useful to cast Sanctuary on myself, take a turn or two casting all of my buffs, and then go ham on the enemies. Why have I never thought of that? Also, I'm not using Magrat's Divine Fire on the sliths because they tend to be fire resistant. Never mind that I'm totally using Esme to cast Bolt of Fire, but that costs a whole 1 spell point. It's a cheap source of damage. Even more stuff. Oh yeah, I still need to go back and into the Nepharium fort and grab the chunk of Demon Slayer. Fort Dranlon first to see if I can find a place to sell some loot and free up inventory space. Must investigate all dead bodies, because sometimes they have stuff on them. Like a slith spear. Yeah, the junk bag does have its uses. I really like having the junk bag in Avernum too. This fort doesn't have a normal gate made of iron and stone. Instead, the passages are blocked by a series of magical barriers. Similar barriers have also been erected to repair holes in the walls. There must be a strong magician presence here. Without the magical barriers shoring up their defenses, the warriors here would be in a difficult situation. The slith bodies at the fort perimeter make it clear who the enemy is. As you look around, a soldier peeks out through a window. "Greetings, visitor. Please say your name and business." So I can just leave, refuse, or tell them my name. I want to see what happens if I choose the rude option. The soldier looks at you, chuckles grimly, and walks away. You call for him to return, but get no answer. Okay, we just can't enter the fort. I will, of course, tell him my name and business. He nods and writes the information down. Then a few moments later, a gap opens in the barrier. He says, "Come on in. Can't be too careful the way things are nowadays." The junk bag is a thing introduced in later games that is an addition to your normal inventory. You can shove items in there, and there's a very convenient sell everything in your junk bag button. So it's quite good for the looting. Also, I do miss being able to talk to guards. Sometimes they had fun dialogue. I could rest here if I wanted to. The resting mechanic is kind of underused, given that I can pretty quickly recover most of my health and spell points just walking around. A tiny chapel, shrine thing, with an altar. And here's the priest. A young man in heavy armor greets you. He wears a baldric with an Ankh design on the chest over his armor. He has a fresh scar on his forehead. I provide healing for the soldiers of the fort and travelers. I also occasionally help in the fighting. He touches the scar gingerly. Did you get that scar fighting? I'm afraid so. I'm not too good at it. Not too long ago, a slith swung one of those nasty two-pronged spears at me, and I didn't duck quite fast enough. Tell the truth, I'd rather be in a nice quiet chapel somewhere. Or traveling. Not enough. I love to travel. I've even been to the north. There's a huge cave up there. It's dangerous to go because of the spiders, but the sights are wonderful. My main goal is to see the crystal cave. Not the dumb poisonous ones. Intelligent, nasty ones with magic powers. Aranea, they're called. There's this spire near the swamp in the cave to the north, and they live all around it. Scary things. Avoid them if you can. What's so special about the crystal cave? I've only heard of it. Around here, there's supposed to be this really hard-to-find cave, just filled with these humming quartz crystals. I've heard it's damaged, and not what it once was, but it's still a sight to see. Hey, Ninja Magi. Yeah, my streams are at very random times. I don't really have a schedule, I just have been doing it when I feel like it, or can fit it in between other projects. So, speaking of those crystals, we do have 3 of them now. And I wanted to pull up the slith plans. Sheets of papyrus stolen from a slith fort are covered with a wide variety of maps and charts. Also, there's more stuff I can talk to you about. He can heal me. He does not teach spells, alas. Talking to Shannon. A heavy-set woman with blue robes and a staff watches the river carefully. She has a serious expression and short brown hair. Why are you watching the river? Shh. Watching for sliths. Be very quiet. The sliths can attack this way? Yes, they're quite versatile, and they can stay underwater for a long time. The sliths approach underwater. We have to keep the dock here to get supplies by boat. Usually I only hear the littlest noise before they come up. Shh. Okay, I'll keep quiet. Really, really quiet. Don't worry about us. I said quiet. Go away. Myrwin, Fort Mage. You see a short woman with long, curly brown hair and a tired smile. She wears the traditional robes of a magician, and her fatigue has left her even paler than the Avernum norm. Oh, I don't know. Working with the army, I suppose. Getting to see lots of sliths, really close up. I lend them a fireball here, a haste spell there. At least that's what I do some of the time. Most of the time, I put up magic barriers. Yeah, you see, the sliths have a lot of mages. They've been hitting the wall with spells, trying to knock it down. I fill the holes with barriers. Then, when need be, I dispel them. Dispelling barriers? That sounds great. Can you teach me how to do that? She looks uncomfortable. That's not something I'm supposed to teach. Very private mage information. Of course, we might work something out. There's a slith town past the swamp to the northwest, with several slith mages inside. I believe they might have a tome inside, which could help us learn more about the magic of our foe. Bring it to me, and I will bend the rules and teach you how to dispel barriers. Yee. Why is it so hard to learn how to cast a spell barrier? Simple. A mage teaching someone how to dispel barriers is like a homeowner giving someone the key to his house. We could no longer cast barriers to defend ourselves. Could you teach me any other magic? Sorry, I'm far, far too busy for that. Understandable. Can I talk to anyone in here? No. You look important. Captain Rosie. This man wears a heavy steel breastplate. The craftsmanship is remarkable, and the style is fairly modern. It must have recently been brought down from the surface. He wears the insignia of a commander. Excuse me, are you in charge of this fort? Yes, I'm in command here. This unfortunate fortress is the front against the Slith menace, the first line of defense. This is Fort Dranlon. It's worn and cracked, but still standing steady. What are the Sliths like? The Slith Zerakai? They're nasty warriors, powerful mages. They batter the walls with fireballs, trying to knock them down. Fortunately, we have a mage to repair them. He grunts. If only we knew what they were planning. Who's the mage that protects your walls? Myrwin. She fills the holes with magic barriers. If it weren't for her, this fort would have fallen long ago. I could try to figure out what the Sliths are planning. Really? He looks you over. Well, I have my doubts, but you're welcome to try. The Sliths have a fort on an island due south of here, and a lot of their operations start there. Or they did, before we killed everyone there. If you could find some of their plans there, bring them to me. Look, I found some Slith plans. Here they are. The commander grabs the plans eagerly. Excellent. You've done a great service for us here. It almost makes me wish I could reward you properly. All I can give you is this. He takes a slender silver bracelet out of his pocket. We found this on a Slith commander. It might be worth something. I want you to have it. I wish we could give you more. He turns to the plants to study them. Oh, I can't get any sort of bounty for killing sliths. Bounty? Why, the reward of slaying an enemy of Avernum should be enough. But if you could kill the chief of the Slith fort on the island due south of here, I would gladly give you a reward. Ooh, do I get to double dip? Hehehe. He laughs. Excellent. That Slith warrior has been a cramp in my side for months. He got what he deserved. I can't reward you much, but... He hands you a small pouch of gold coins. This money is out of my pocket. Call it a personal gift from me to you, given with the greatest gratitude. Yeah, these games, they do keep you busy for a good chunk of hours. Wow, nice armor. Thank you. It was my armor when I was an Empire soldier. You were an Empire soldier? Doesn't that make you my enemy? No longer. You see, I was one of the soldiers at the portal where prisoners were thrown into Avernum. Then, as the years went on, I started to sympathize with those exiled here. At last, I felt I could serve the Empire no longer. I threw myself through the portal. Now I am one of you. It is uncomfortable, but to me, honor is the important thing. And I usually choose the not rude option. I admire your resolve. That was an honorable deed. And it's true, I do admire him. If only the sliths outside our gates were as admirable. He chuckles sadly. Kind of thought there was a quartermaster I could talk to somewhere. Maybe he's in the one door I haven't done yet. Yep, here he is. An amazingly heavily built man, clad in iron armor, shuffles crates around behind the counter. I'm the outfitter here. I keep the soldiers in armor and stuff. I also have supplies for travelers who have the bad luck of being near here. Well, you can buy food from me. I have plenty of spare rations. I have some missiles if you need more. I can identify mysterious items. Ooh, bonus. I also have some, tools. You can identify things? Years and years of practice and study. A good quartermaster knows magic when he sees it. And I'll tell you what your odd items are for only 20 gold each. I feel like that is not the cheapest, but it is right here. Strength bracelet and a lucky bracelet. Increases bonuses you get true strength. Increases bonuses from your luck, whatever that means. Oh, when did Githa pick up weird meat? Ugh. I mean, weird meat is technically food. I have too many magical items and stuff. You don't really have anything I'm interested in, but I can sell stuff to you. Have some extra spears, why not? Have too many things with the mushroom graphic. Mandrake. Oh, I forgot I had Mandrake. I don't need 2 wands of slowing. Now, will the bracelets take up my ring slot? No! Hee 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 hee. Oh yeah, the dialogue choices are a great way to enhance player engagement. And now that I am significantly less weighed down with stuff... Exploring! Garnet, please don't get your tail in my face like that.
Meh.
Sometimes my cat is an adorable little mischief. One of these tunnels has something in it. At some point, not long ago, a large group of creatures, humans or humanoids, camped here. Now, only a scattered bonfire and a broken knife remain. This is the one with the secret in it. You found some sort of encampment. Supplies are scattered about, but nobody seems to be here. One leather rucksack contains a gourd filled with a black, tarry substance. You take it. Other than that, you find moldy dried fish, and a few crude stone knives. Nothing worth taking. Then, as you start to leave, you notice the campsite's owners have returned. They decide to react to your intrusion with intense violence. Yay, violence! And these are human brigands, not slith, so they should be a little easier to take out. Two damage? Really? Ugh. Oh no, Magrat is enfeebled, is what that means. Okay. I guess that means her attacks are weaker? Yeah, you try to run away from me, you get stabbed in the back. Gloves. Does everyone have gloves? Does anyone have gloves? Stone arrows are crap, leather armor is crap, stone short swords are crap. The ash bow is not crap. Just in case I haven't read the description on gloves before. Gloves are leather coverings for the hands, made from the soft, delicate leather of smaller lizards. Gloves are greatly valued in the cold areas of Avernum, and it can get very cold. Unless you're standing next to an open pit of lava, in which case it is very, very hot. Hey there, ravens and flies. Yeah, I am playing this on modern PC with the Avernum Complete Saga from GOG.com, or GOG.com, however you feel like saying that. I think you can also get it through Steam. Someone is in here. I thought I'd killed everyone. Well, if you feel like spending money on Spiderweb Software, the Avernum 4 Kickstarter is ending tomorrow, and last I checked they were about $5,000 short of the stretch goal to get new artwork for characters. I thought I would do a live stream and tell at least a few people about that. You've got 4 healing potions, you've got 2 and should maybe use 1. When did I get an invulnerability potion? Was that what I just picked up from the secret camp there? Also, you don't need an energy elixir. That should go to one of the spellcasters. Am I going to have to open... Yeah, I'm going to have to open that again. Turn the wheel! And for some reason, that door is locked, but not magically. Also, hi, demons. I feel much more comfortable dealing with you now than I did when I first cleared out this dungeon. I think. Alright, well thanks for coming in, Eagle. So, have a good night. Let's see, Repel Spirit is level 2, so that's not going to help with the demons too much. Did I save before this? I don't think I did. Oh, really? The last time I saved was back here? Classic moments in, I've played through this game so many times I totally know what I'm doing. Oh, I need to go and talk to the captain and collect my rewards. Presumably the rude dialogue options could also decrease my reputation. Oh wait. First we identify. Okay, so I already had the invulnerability potions. I still don't know where I got those. The energy elixir was the one I picked up in the cave to the north. And everyone just enjoy the sounds of Avernum while I redo my explorations. Also enjoy the sounds of my clacky keyboard. Once again, hooray, violence! My divine fire is better than your divine fire. Or it would be if I actually managed to get a cast off. Oh, and no one dropped gloves this time. Welp. I'm sure I can find gloves somewhere else. Okay. No, that's not what I wanted to do. There's a bigger hitbox, so to speak, for the doors than it looks like there should be. That's odd. There were a few more Nepharim respawned when I first came in here. That's RNG for you, I guess. Actually, this might be very foolish indeed. The altar is old and worn. The air around it is icy cold. Being near it makes you extremely uncomfortable. There's a beautiful dagger on the altar. Its luster only slightly diminished by the brown stains. You now have a lovely dagger, obviously quite valuable. As you admire it, you begin to feel a hostile presence in the room. The presence takes on a physical form. Oof, and I'm dumbfounded. And demons have a fiery touch. That's not great. Wait. Magrat can't cast any of her priest spells. That's a cue for reloading. I am going to continue ignoring that altar, then. cast Sanctuary outside of combat. Hello, demons. What up, demons? It's me, ya girl. Okay, even when I'm sanctuaried, they can still slow me. That is annoying. I could Divine Fire away the Nephil summons. I could summon my own useless trash. Let's do shielding. $84 damage on a rat. Wow. Ooh, and 70 damage on the demon. That's really good. Assassination is very powerful. Okay, the shielding does make me quite magic resistant. Very good. Looks like demons are also magic resistant, which does kind of make sense. Ooh, so much damage. Yeah, waste time hasting yourself. I sort of wish I could concentrate a spell by casting it on one enemy instead of spreading it out over multiples. Yeah, go Jay. Wait. Party placement failed. No room for all of you there. There must be enough room to place your group. There we go. Victory is mine! The demons did not drop any loot, but they were guarding. At this end of the crypt is a bier on which rests a mummified Nepharim. At the base of the bier are faded runes, apparently responsible for summoning the demons. The body holds the pommel of a sword clenched to its chest. And I get the pommel of Demon Slayer itself. This is the pommel of the legendary blade Demon Slayer, lost long ago in the underworld of Avernum. Alas, without the blade, it will do you no good. Can't exactly do a lot of damage, just bonking enemies with the handle of a sword. Also, it is entirely possible to come back later and defeat these demons. I'm not doing it now. I will probably not remember to come back and get whatever loot that dagger is. It's probably not remotely worth it. Where did I leave my boat? On the other side of a bunch of sliths. You bring poison fungus and a bunch of summons? I bring divine fire. Yeah, basic sliths are not fire resistant. And apparently the spellcasters aren't always either. Jay is getting in a lot of assassination lately. I love it. And another level for Giva! I'm not sure I want to keep the stream going a whole lot longer, but I think I can find a few more crystals while I'm around here. What a long dead-end corridor. Wouldn't you know, it's hiding something. There's a small, serene underground lake here. On its shore is a small shrine. There's nobody here, and the shrine seems to have been abandoned. The shrine has apparently been abandoned for several years. There's no sign of combat, fortunately. The altar is bare, and there's little more than broken seats and trash. However, in a side alcove, you do find a large, beautiful quartz crystal. So we're up to what, 4 now? No, I don't need to re-enter Fort Dranlon just yet. This is not actually an area I need to be for what I want to do, but it's small and might have some interesting stuff. Or it might have absolutely nothing. Sliths, poison fungus, and asps. One thing I will never understand is how the Avernum party placement in outdoor combat works. Why is Esme, who is 4th on the list, my squishy caster, placed up front? What just happened to the Slith? Oh, he ran away. At any rate, he is trying to run. Much good it did him. Cure that poison. Before I start engaging in more random battles. Or not so random scripted battles. You find a Slith fishing farm here. There's a small lake being stocked and fished by a large group of human slaves. They wear thick shackles and are watched and beaten by a small group of overseers. They haven't noticed you yet. You could attack with surprise and try to free your fellow humans. And we do have a couple of human allies. Apprentice mages in this case. They are squishy and will not do well on the front lines. Don't target the friendly one. And my main healing spell will only target party members, but I think mass healing targets everybody, including random allies. No. Target the slith. There we go. Yay, I'm helping! Wait, no. Jay is the archer. Githa's the one throwing javelins. You have defeated the evil sliths. After thanking you and grabbing weapons and rations, the humans slip away into the passages. You give them directions to a nearby fort before they go. Assuming that they're able to cross the river into Fort Dranlon. I guess they could swim. After your victory, you search the stone huts for anything the humans left behind. You find a piece of broken crystal. It's lovely, despite the cracks, so you take it. I thought one of the prisoners gave us the crystal. Whatever. Either way, now we have 5. We also have a few more slith slave camps that can be broken up. And these are soldiers who are a little bit tougher. After your victory, you search the stone hut for anything the humans left behind. You find a corroded, filthy shield. It It looks like it could be nice with a good cleaning. Well, okay then. Steel small shield. But everyone is already carrying steel shields, so I will just sell it for money. Oh, the map's doing that thing again, where sometimes after it reloads it shows me a little bit of a secret passage that I hadn't actually noticed. There we go. And more soldier allies this time. Should be a reasonably quick fight. And their priest is already dead. Hooray. Oop, lost a human. Thought I saw a steel spear for a second there, which would have been nice, but no, just slith spears. And this time, you search the stone huts, you find a gold ring on one of the dead sliths. Amazingly, they missed it. Jeweled ring, okay. Okay, we've got apprentice mages again, who are squishy but occasionally good with slinging the spells. Ooh, yes, slowing. More of that, please. One of the apprentices hasted me. Very cool. Selecting targets with the mouse is not always as precise as I would like. Okay, Magrat might need to lose some armor, because even hasted, she's only getting one turn. Oh, that's not good. I really don't like having characters die in the middle of outdoor fights, because I only have so much inventory available to grab all of their stuff and go back to town. Yes, Magrat gets 5 AP, which is technically hasted, but it only lets me cast one spell. Oh, I think that's all the sliths. Let's grab the easy loot first. Esme's not actually anywhere near her weight limit. Well, she wasn't, then she picked up a shield. Okay, apparently the minimum is 1 pound. Great. Oh, character has too many items. That could be a problem. Okay, let me... Yeah, Jay often picks up random herbs, which I really don't need. Characters must be adjacent. Okay, then. Wait, I thought you dropped something. Oh, it's because... yeah. Very exciting time of figuring out who's got what food items so I can rearrange inventory accordingly. Well, there's certainly some stuff I would like to pick up in here, but if this is all I can get, then it might just work. Oh no, I probably can't fit the scroll with magical writing. The humans must have wisely decided not to tamper with mysterious magic items. But Jay manages to pick it up anyway because reasons. Okay. And I can avoid those sleuths by taking my boat directly into the fort. Oh, what do you mean I can't enter the fort from the north from the water? I can't get around all the rocks to enter the fort the other way. Oh, good. I can avoid the monsters. As you approach, a gap appears in the magical barrier, allowing you entry. Good, they recognize me. Also, I noticed my reputation did go up from rescuing all the humans. Hello, sir. Healing, please. Raise dead, which conveniently heals all damage. And now I get to do yet more inventory rearranging. What button is it to split a stack? That one. Scroll of spray acid, okay. I don't know what all of these I want to sell right now. Pants, very important. Since it's a rather nice leather armor, maybe I'll give that to Magrat, even though she does absolutely no thiefy work. A little tired of her getting weighed down by the armor she's got currently. Well, the armor she had until just now. 1 to 8 minus 1, 1 to 4 plus 3. Eh, pretty much equivalent.
Bleh.
Also, I am kind of impressed that it looks like there are still people watching at this point. Ha. There's a large, well-disguised Slith supply cache here. You were lucky to notice it here, among all these piles of rocks. We've got plenty of food, a bundle of very nice arrows, and some stuff you could barter, about 200 coins worth. And nobody comes back to kick me in the butt. Steel arrows. Nice. And I got some dried meat. It's good to have a few food items around for resting purposes. Although I do kind of miss the old Exile system where food just is kept on its own and not as part of your inventory. Then again, Exile also had a much more limited inventory, so maybe it evens out. No, I do not need to enter the fort yet again. Oh great, now swamps don't just poison, they can disease me. A mass curing fixes that right up. There is something I am looking for in these tunnels. I don't think this is it. There's a small Slith village. It's small, but heavily defended. They saw your approach. When you get close, the village's defenders walk out and face you. Each one holds the traditional two-tined Slith spear. They don't seem like they want to fight you, but they're ready to defend themselves. Well, since they are neither actively attacking me nor enslaving humans, I'm going to leave them be for now. That might be something to investigate later on. But for the moment, I'm a little tired of fighting Sliths, and don't feel the need to jump into more battles if I can avoid it. Ah, this might be what I'm looking for. You find a small lair by the cave wall. As you approach, a drake crawls out of it. You see it is an old, decrepit creature, apparently no threat to you. When it gets close, it says, in a wavering voice, "Greetings, humans." It seems weak, but looks can be deceiving, especially with a magical creature like this one. Let's approach and try to talk to it. It talks to you happily for a while, apparently thrilled to have intelligent company. After a while, it says, "It has been forever since I've had any sort of real food. I've just been eating mice." That must have been difficult for a drake, normally a proud sort of creature. "If you'd give me some better food, I would gladly repay you." Do you give him food? I do. It wolfs down a bunch of your food and thanks you. Then it produces a small, shining quartz crystal from a hiding place in its nest. "I don't know what this is, but I sense it's valuable. Now it's yours." Happily, it returns to its lair. You can't imagine that it'll be alive for much longer. At least you brought some peace to its final days. Yay. And with that we have 6 crystals. I believe that is all the ones that there are to find. And basically all of the crystals are within these 2 map squares. And they can be used for something over on this map square. Oh, actually I slightly lied. 3 map squares is where we find the crystals. Go into here. The sight before you takes your breath away. This large hidden cave is filled with large, flawless quartz crystals, covering the floor and walls. They catch your light and reflect it back in a blinding rainbow. The crystals hum and vibrate gently. The sound and motion is almost, but not quite, soothing. it's not hard to figure out what the problem is. Near the cave entrance, vandals have broken off a bunch of the crystals. The damage is interfering with the soothing effect of the crystal vibrations. But with 6 crystals in our inventory, we can repair the damage. We might be able to do it with just 5, but I like getting as many as I can. You carefully fit the 6 crystals back into their places. As you watch, the cracks repair themselves, and the broken crystals become one with the cavern. The vibrations turn soothing and energizing in a sudden, powerful burst. You start to feel much stronger. Then, after reaching a powerful crescendo, the energy dies down, settling at a level that is merely pleasant. In the initial burst, the crystals had a beneficial effect upon you. Yay! I'm pretty sure that was another free heal and or energy restore. And I've gained a little bit of experience. Very nice. But my voice is getting a little tired and my tea mug is empty, so I think I'm going to call it here. Pretty good place to end a stream, I think. Oh. Looks like this one did pretty well, so thank you so much to everyone who tuned in. Always glad to see someone hopping over from the Doom side of the channel. So, good night everyone, and I will see you another time. Farewell.